Hi children viewers, in previous video I explained about formation of rainbow. As part of the ray topics chapter, today I am going to explain about the simple microscope. Simple microscope. So what is mean by simple microscope, how we can use them, and by which angle we have to use the simple microscope. So under what conditions we are going to use simple microscope. Simple microscope is nothing but what you are using in general life, magnifying lens. So children, up to now you didn't subscribe my channel, then go and subscribe my channel for latest updates and for notifications also. Clear? So today's topic is what? Working of simple microscope. Working of simple microscope. So we know that when the object is very far distances from us, then we can see the objects very clearly without any stress on our retina, because the objects are at the maximum focal length of the eye. And we know that in ray diagrams I explained, when the object is at focus, then the image will be formed at infinity. Then obviously here we can see the object clearly without any stress. Here generally, for example, here we are taking, this is the now here object, and this should be here we are taking some theta, and here this is at our eye. Clear? When the object is at some particular distance, then the image will be formed for a near distance. Then only the image can be formed on the retina for smallest distance. That should be generally known as near point. Near point. Near point means while we are using one object, that will forms one image by the eye lens. Here the formation of the image from the eye, for which nearest distance the image will be can be formed on our retina, that should be called near point. Near point. Clear? So here I am taking now, this is the here D. Near point means what? For nearest distance of the image, that should be can forms the image here on our retina. So beyond that point it is very difficult to see. So in daily life also we can observe that while we are watching the any particular object, if you can keep the object very close to your eye, then what we can say that the ciliary muscles of our eye should be gets strained. While we are watching the long distances, there is no strain on the ciliary muscles. While we are watching the closest distances or closest images, closest object, then the ciliary muscle should be gets strained. Why? Because here when the focal length of the lens is more, eye lens is more, then there is no strain on the ciliary muscles. Why? Because the focal length is maximum there. Clear? While we are keeping an object very close to eye, Clear? I am keeping my hand at this point. In this place of my hand, one object is there, just imagine. if you can see at this position, you can visualize the object clearly, and if you can more there, again visible, again visible, again visible, clear. So after that point, from here to here, I am moving the object towards my eye. Then what we observe, at particular sometime we are unable to see the object, even though the ciliary muscles gets strained, but we are unable to see the object. That means here at particular one distance, then only we can see the object. Beyond that particular distance, we are unable to see the image. Clear? That means what? We are seeing the any object means what? When the light is falls on the object, that should be entered into our eye, the retina can forms the again image. So that image should be at very close to the closest distance, that should be called here near point. For which closest distance? In this example, up to this location only I am getting the image very clearly, and after that also we are getting, but when we are coming to this particular position, it is there. Just imagine here, this is our eye. So up to distance only, this distance only we can see the object very clearly, and after that also we are getting we are seeing the image without any strain on the ciliary muscles. But beyond this, if you want to keep the object, the muscle should be gets strained. So here, just see, all these things are known to, I hope all these things are known to you actually. So here you have to remind here one thing is least distance of distant vision. While we are, for a healthy person, if you keep any object at a distance of 25 centimeters from our eye, then only he can see the image, otherwise he is unable to the here. Nearest distance is what? 25. More than 25 also he can able to see, but below 25 he is unable to see the image clearly. That is what we call least distance of distant vision. You have to remain 2 points only. The first thing is near point, and next thing is least distance of distant vision. For which nearest distance? The image can be formed on the retina, that should be called near point. Clear? For which distance the image can be formed on the retina should be called as near point. At that point, from near point to the optic center or eye, that should be taken as here least distance of distinct vision. Clear? Least distance of distinct vision. Here we are having some angle is here. Now this is theta. Here we are writing some tan theta is equals to, I am writing this is now h by d. Tan theta is equals to h by d. This is the height and this is the d means what? Least distance vision. That should be almost all 25 centimeters. The d value should be changes from person to person. By taking them these two ratio, we are getting some angle, that is the theta. Theta is nothing but here angle of visualization. When the angle of, for example here, when the object is at far of us, some angle will be there. When we are bringing object to us, the angle of visualization should be changes. So that should be here given by the tan theta is equals to h by d. Clear children? So now I am going to explain the working of simple microscope. So watch carefully. Here simple microscope. Simple microscope consists of only one lens. So how we can see the generally magnifying lens? We are, for example, this is the handle of the simple magnifying lens, and this is the some letters are there. I want to see like this. By keeping some lens, we have to see like this. That means here the lens should be, it is there, and this is the object, and the length of the focal length is very less. We have to take the biconvex lens of less focal length. So the lens should be placed very close to our eye, very close to our eye. Almost our lens should be here equal. Very less focal length of lens. And on another side, what we have to keep this some object. We have to keep some object. So generally, what is the use of simple microscope? To see the objects, nearer objects, to see the nearer object very clearly. For that purpose only we are using the simple microscope. Clear? To see the small things big. So to do that, what you have to say, that we have to keep magnifying lens in on our hand, and that lens should be very close to our eye, and the object also another side of the lens. Then only we can see the objects very in big size. Enlarged erected image can be formed by the simple microscope. Clear, children? So here what's happening in case of simple microscope? We have to observe, we have to know about that one. Actually, simple microscope is having very less focal length of a lens that should be used to the objects very in big size. So here now the simple microscope, this is the simple microscope, should be having one biconvex lens. Here it's the biconvex lens. That should be here optic center, and this is the axis. Clear? After that, this is the midpoint. At this point here I am saying now this is the focus. What's that? Focus. And this is now here object. What's that? Object. Clear? Where we have object, I am saying now this is the O dash. Here when the object is less than the focal length, then we are getting the image. At this point. That is the near point. That should be here almost all. That should be what you take. That is the D. Clear? I told you. Near point means what? For which closest distance the image will be formed on retina. So here, that is here. This is the near point now. So then now we have to keep our eye here. From this side we have some, we are seeing from that side. Clear? So when the object is at the near point, we are getting the image on our retina. From this side only we are able to see. Here almost all, here we have to see. I already told you, in case of the simple microscope, on one side we have object, on one side what you have? Image. Sorry, what's that? Our eye. On one side what you have? Object, and the other side of the lens what you have? Eye. So in this case what you have to observe, while we are keeping the object in between the optic center and focus, that means here the object must be lesser than the focal point. Then what we are getting? We are getting the image, and the nature of image is what? Enlarged and erect, and that should be visual image. So here the object is very small, but the image is enlarged, erect. So that's why here we are seeing the very simple objects very clearly and very large. So here now, in this case, we want to find out the magnifying power. Magnifying power, that is nothing but here angle of visualization. How we can find out that? For that we have one formula is there, m is equals to tan alpha by tan beta. Magnifying power of a simple microscope. Magnifying power of a simple microscope. So here now here m is equals to tan alpha, the ratio of tan alpha tan beta. Here what is alpha and what is beta, you have to know that. So clearly I am drawing here clearly once again. This is the convex lens, and here one object it is there, and there will forms the image. Clear? Here that image can make some angle. The image can be make some angle alpha. The image formed by the certain angle, the image formed by the lens will make some angle at the optic center. That's why here what you have to say, the angle subtended by the image at optic center is alpha. Clear? And after that, here if the same object, just imagine, if the same object is placed at the position of the image, then it can also form some angle beta. Clear? Here what I am telling, alpha is what? Alpha means what? The angle made by the image at the optic center. And what is beta? The angle made by the object when it can be placed at the position of the image. Clear? That's why here what I am saying now, the ratio, why we are taking tan means tan is always use the particular direction, angle of direction. So here the ratio of angle subtended by the image at optic center to the angle subtended by the object at the optic center when that should be placed at the position of image, that should be called magnifying power of the simple microscope. So here now in this case I am keeping the same angles in the diagram now here. So this is I am taking now, this is I, G is the image, and O, J is the object. Clear? IG will make some angle here, that is alpha. This is what? Alpha. Clear? Or keep like this, see, this is now alpha. And after that we are keeping the same object here. Now IJ dash I am saying, IJ dash should be equals to the OJ, because the same object should be placed at this position. OJ can be placing here. So here now almost both are having same. Then also it will make some angle here, that should be beta, and that should be here alpha. Clear? So alpha is what? Angle made by the IZ at optic center. And what is IZ dash? The angle made by the object when it is the position of image. That should be what? Beta. That should be what? Beta. Then here, from that, here we are finding the magnifying power. Clear, children? So now we want to find out the magnifying power. So for that we are taking the triangle now IGO dash. Triangle IGO dash. So from triangle IGO dash, what to write? Tan alpha is equals to, what to write? Like this. This is I and this is G and this is the optic center. Now it will make some angle alpha, and this is what I am saying, O dash. Tan alpha, opposite side by adjacent side. Then IC by IO dash. IC by IO dash. So IC by IO dash. That means simply here from figure IGO dash. IGO dash, and this is the alpha here. Then what do you get? IC by IO dash. Clear? Now next from the triangle, here another triangle, what you have? IJ dash O dash. IJ dash O dash. From the triangle, what do you write? Just imagine now. Here like this, again same thing, IJ dash. IJ dash, then angle what is? Beta, and this is what? O dash. IJ dash O dash. It will make some angle beta. Then what to write? IJ dash by IO dash. So here I am writing tan beta is equals to, what to write? IJ dash by IO dash. So in this way we are finding the alpha and beta. So here now we are having the values of alpha and beta. So if it is taken as equation number 1, then we have to substitute in equation number 1. From equation number 1, m is equals what to write? Tan alpha means what? IG by IO dash by IJ dash by IO dash. Clearly we are substituting this value there, alpha value, and this is the beta value. Then what do you get? M is equals to, what do you get? IZ by IO dash is equals to IJ dash by IO dash. Then what do you write? IZ by IO dash into IO dash by IJ dash. Then what do you get? These two are cancelled. Then what do you get? M is equals to, what do you get now? Here what do you get? IZ by IJ dash. IZ by IJ dash. I already told you here what is IJ dash? What is IJ dash? Here we are keeping the same object there. We are keeping the same object from OJ. What is IJ means? When the object is placed in the position of image, that means we are keeping the same object there. That's why here OJ must be equals to the IJ dash. So here I am writing now from figure, what right? OJ is equals to IJ dash. Then substitute there here. M is equals to IG by IJ dash means what right? OJ. So this is equation number 2. Equation number 2. Clear children? Then after that, in the same figure, in the figure IGO dash is one triangle and OJO dash. Clear? In figure IGO dash and OJO dash are similar triangle. Similar triangles. So we know that in our mathematics the ratio, when we have two similar triangles, the ratio of their sides should be equal. That's why here what you have first thing is what? IG O dash is 1 and OJ O dash. Triangles IG O dash and OJ O dash. So I am writing now from triangles IG O dash and OJ O dash. OJ O dash. What do you write? IZ by IZ and OJ similar. That's why I am writing IZ by OJ. IZ by OJ is equals to IZ by OJ is equals to IZ by OJ is equals to. Now I am writing IO dash by OO dash. Clear? We are taking another one is what? IO dash is one of the triangle and OO dash is the other triangle. Then I am writing here IO dash by OO dash. So here this is equation number 2 and now this is equation number 3. M is equals to IZ by OJ. M is equals to IZ by OJ. When we consider these two triangles, what you have to write? IZ by OJ is equals to IO dash by OO dash. Clear? That's why here I am writing IZ by OJ is equals to what? M. Here IZ by OJ is equals to what? IO dash by OO dash. That's why I am writing now from equation 2. From equation 2. What you are right? This value is what? IZ by OJ means what? M. So I am writing M is equals to IO dash by OO dash. So here nothing but IO dash or O dash I. O dash I am writing simply like this. O dash I by O dash O. M is equals to I O dash. So here I am writing O dash I is equals to, and this is what? O dash means what? O dash O I am writing here. O dash I means what? Image distance. What is that? Image distance. And O dash O means what? Object distance. So here from figure O dash I is equals to what? Image distance. Image distance. And O dash O is equals to what? Object distance. Object distance. So that's why here I am writing M is equals to here. What do you write? Object distance. This is what? O dash. Generally how we can show object distance? That is U. That is U. And image distance what? D. That's why I am writing here D by U. What is that? D by U. In this case, we have to apply the sign conventions. So here the incident light is in this direction, in this direction, in this direction. Light is moving, but we are moving in opposite directions. That's why here I am writing M is equals to minus D by minus U. That means what? M is equals to D by U. M is equals to D by U. That is the expression for magnifying power of a simple microscope. And after that, we know that some lens formula is there. Lens formula, what it is? Lens formula 1 by F is equals to 1 by V minus 1 by U. 1 by F is equals to 1 by V minus 1 by U. From that what right? 1 by U is equals to what right? You take that side, then what you get? 1 by U, then what you get? 1 by V, and bring this side minus what you get? 1 by F. Clear? From lens formula 1 by F is equals to 1 by V minus 1 by U, then 1 by U is equals to 1 by V minus 1 by F. Then here from that 1 by U value is what? 1 by V minus 1 by F. So that's why here we have to substitute. Or what is right here? M is equals to D by U means what? D into 1 by U. Then what do you get? M is equals to D into what's that? 1 by V minus 1 by F. Clear? So after that I am writing now here M is equals to D by V minus 1 by f, or d, sorry, d into 1, d, again d, so d by v minus d by f. So in this case, nothing but d is what here? Image distance. That's why I am writing here d by d minus d by minus f, because focal length also we are taken in opposite direction of incident light. So that's why here what do you write? M is equals to 1 plus d by f. M is equals to 1 by d plus f. So this is the final expression for magnifying power of the simple microscope in terms of d means what? Least distance of distinct vision, and what is f? Focal length, and what is m? Magnifying power. So this is the children, this is about the derivation of magnifying power of a simple microscope. Children, students, this is a very very important question, so you watch carefully. So I will try to explain one more time. Here simply we have simple microscope is there. What is the purpose of simple microscope? It is the device that should be used to the very closest objects, and in that the lens of the convex lens is what? Convex lens. That should be having very less focal length. Simple microscope is the device that should be used to this very near object, very close object, and the lens should be having only here very less focal length only. Clear? That's the first point. And second point is what? When the image can be formed at the near point. Here near point, when this is what? Near point. When the image can be formed at the near point, then only we can see the object from the other side of the lens very clearly and without any strain on ciliary muscles. So when the image can be formed at the near point, then the image should be directly formed on the, again what? On retina. Clear? So the closest distance of image for which the image can be formed on the retina, that should be called near point, and from near point to the optic center, what we call, that is the least distance of distinct vision. Clear? And now while we are using the simple microscope and the object is on one side of the lens and our eye is very close to the lens. Our eye is almost very close to our lens. So you have to remember these 3 points. So next thing is here, how we can derive the magnifying power of a simple microscope. For that you have to go for diagram now. Look here. This is the one biconvex lens, its focal length is very less. And after that, in this case, the object is in between optic center O dash and F. That means what? The object is placed less than the focal length. Clear? So here this point is O dash O, that is the U, object distance. That should be less than the focal length. Then it will forms the image. It will forms the image on same side. Image on same side. Here our eye is there. When the image is forms on the other side, that should be again forms on our retina. Clear? And here what is the nature of the image? That should be enlarged and erect. Enlarged and erect, and that should be virtual image. Clear, children? So when the object is in a simple microscope, when the object is placed less than the focal length of the lens, then that should be forms the image where near point, and there should be distance here optic center to the near point, what we take? Least distance of distinct vision. When on that point only we have the image, then only we are able to see. Clear? Otherwise below of it we are unable to see the object without any strain. Clear? And now here in this case we want to derive the magnifying power. Magnifying power. What is mean by magnifying power? Magnifying power is nothing but it is the angle of visualization. So here that means we will compare the how much angle made by the object and how much angle made by the image at our eye. That is the magnifying power. Magnifying power is nothing but we are comparing the angle made by the image and object at our eye. Clear, children? So in this case now how we can define the magnifying power means m is equals to tan alpha by tan beta. The ratio of angle subtended by the image at the optic center to the angle made by the object when it is placed at the position of the image. The angle made by the image at the optic center to the angle made by the object when it is placed in the position of image. That should be what we call magnifying power. That should be shown in the equation m is equals to tan alpha by tan beta. Clear, children? So here tan alpha, for that we are going the triangle now IGO dash. IGO dash. From that what write IZ by IO dash or O dash I. I am writing that only IZ by IO dash. Next, another say what is beta? What is beta? Beta is the angle made by the object when it is placed at the location of image at the optic center. That's why here we go for IJ dash O dash. Clear? Then what we get? Tan beta is equals to IJ dash by IO dash. We are writing that only. And we are substituting in the equation number 1. Then what are you getting? IZ by IO dash by IJ dash by IO dash. From that what are you getting? M is equals to IZ by IJ dash, because these two are cancelled. These two are cancelled. So now after that M is equals to IZ by IJ dash. I already told you what's that? We are keeping the same object at this position. That's why here now OJ is nothing but IJ dash. That's why M is equals to IZ by OJ dash. That is equation number 2. And after that here we want to get the value of IZ by OJ. For that we are taking the two triangles now. IG O dash is one triangle and OJ O dash. OJ O dash is another angle. These two triangles should be taken as the similar triangles. Similar triangles. That's why here we are writing these two are similar triangles. In similar triangles the ratios of sides should be always equal. That's why we are taking now here IG by OJ. Both seems to be similar. IZ by OJ is equals to IO dash by OO dash. IZ by OJ is equals to IO dash by OO dash. That is equation number 3. Here from equation number 2, what is mean by IZ by OJ? That is M. That's why we are adding M is equals to IO dash by OO dash. So here IO dash, OO dash nothing but same. According to sign convention, we have to measure all from the optic center. That's why I am writing here instead of IO dash I am writing O dash I. Instead of OO dash I am writing O dash O. Clear? After that here O dash I means what? O dash I is image distance and O dash O is what? Object distance. That's why here we are writing that M is equals to minus D by minus U. Here why we are writing the minus D minus U? Why we are writing? Because we are taking the values in opposite direction of incident ray moving. And now then minus cancel what we had? M is equals to D by U. This is the equation for magnifying power of the simple microscope in terms of least distance of distance vision and object distance. So here if you want that in terms of V and F, we go for that. Here now formula is there, what it is? M is equals to D by U. That should be written as what? M is equals to D into 1 by U. We can write D into 1 by U. We have to write. After that we know that the lens formula, what's that? 1 by F is equals to 1 by V minus 1 by U. Then here 1 by, from that what 1 by U is equals to 1 by V minus 1 by F. Now substitute this 1 by U value in that equation, what do you get? M is equals to D into 1 by V minus 1 by F. Then here what, right? M is equals to D is common here, what, right? we are taking d into inside, d by v minus d by f. Then what do you get? D by v means here nothing but image distance. What is that? D. So d by d, already minus we applied here, that's why I am writing directly positive d here. D by d minus d by minus f. Here minus f means nothing but again sign convention, we are taking the in opposite direction of incident light. Then what do you get? M is equals to 1 plus d by f. So this is the equation for magnifying power of the simple microscope. If you know about the d value and f value, obviously we can find out the magnifying power. So children, so this is about the simple microscope. I hope you understand. So children, after watching the video, you must like and share, comment the video and subscribe my channel for latest notifications and for latest videos. Bye children, we will meet in the next video with compound microscope topic. Later we will meet.